Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from one of the grass fields next to Memorial Field in Natick, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's high school JV boys soccer contest between the hosting Redhawks of Natick High School and the visiting Brookline High Warriors. This is the first of a JV varsity doubleheader set of streams today here in Natick. Going to be a little more chaotic than I would have personally liked, as we're playing the JV game at the grass field, and the varsity game will be played over at the turf field that you can see off in the distance there. Why they're not playing this JV game on the turf field, I think it's because the football team was using it for practice earlier, but they had already stopped using it by the time, even before Brookline arrived. So, not my place to question, I guess. And so it's just going to be a little bit of a chaotic transition going from the JV to the varsity stream today. I'm going to be wrapping this stream up really fast so that I can, break down my equipment and haul it over there to the turf field to cover the varsity game. So if the wrap up at the end of this stream seems a little abrupt, that's the reason why. It is a windy day out here in Natick. According to the weather app on my phone, wind gusts were up to almost 30 miles per hour, and that could have a significant impact on this game. Will certainly have a noticeable impact on the temperature, on how it feels both for the boys running around on the field and especially for the fans standing still in the stands watching this game. So bundle up and enjoy the fact that you guys are watching this one from home as opposed to in the wind chill. And let's enjoy some good soccer here. We're going to be getting this one started soon, so I'm going to try and go through the rosters as quickly as I can, see if I can at least get through the Brookline roster. Going in order of jersey number for Brookline, first off we have a sophomore number 1, David Vexler. Next, another sophomore number 2, Max Kagan. A sophomore number 3, Yuki Shimane. A junior number 4, Dylan Hibbard. A sophomore number 5, Peter McGrath Sheldrick. A sophomore number 6, Maxwell Yoder. A junior number 7, although I've also seen him wear number 44 at times this season, Sebastian Mukabaya. A junior number 8, Nicholas Blaney. A sophomore number 9, Theo Hibbard. A freshman number 11, Mason Ford. A junior number 12, Dido Elsagir. A junior number 13, Jonathan Traub. A sophomore number 14, Hunter Barden. Number 16, Orson Leong. A junior number 17, Niall Finnan. A junior number 18, Isaac Speicher. A junior number 19, Augie McGushin. A sophomore number 21, Zachary Bittner. A sophomore number 23, Luca Chung. A sophomore number 25, Harrison Platt. A junior number 27, Adi Shalot. A freshman number 28, Emmanuel Riviello. A sophomore number 29, Lukas Radosavljevic. A junior number 30, Malcolm Arnold. A sophomore number 32, Max Montgomery. Number 36, Ted Enos. A sophomore wearing either number 64 or number 15, Alejandro Marrero. And a goalkeeper, Paul Costanot. And we'll see which goalie Brookline goes with in the first and second half of this game. We've seen 3 different netminders for Brookline, Brookline's JV squad this season, between Malcolm Arnold, Luca Chung, and Paul Costanot. No jersey numbers for the goalie, so we're just going to have to, make our best guess, see if we can hear anyone cheering their name from the benches when they make a play, or if folks in the live chat... if any of you folks watching at home want to say in the live chat, if you notice who the goalie is, I always encourage audience participation. And also, on the note of helping me out with getting the names right, if I'm mispronouncing any names, then I always encourage audience corrections, either in the live chat here on YouTube or by sending me an email. You can see my email in the bottom right corner of your screen. Brookline breaks the huddle and gets ready to get started here as Natick in their red jerseys with white jersey numbers getting set. Their starting goalie will be number 30, Lucas Marshall. Brookline in their white jerseys with blue shorts and blue line jersey numbers. Like I said, no jersey number for the goalie, but if anyone recognizes the young man, I encourage you to speak up and say something, either in the live chat or an email. Brookline will be playing from the left, Natick from the right, here in the first of two halves that I believe at the JV level are going to be 35 minutes. Looks like Natick will be getting the opening possession of this ball game. Number 11, Arnab Karanjit, will be getting us started. And here we go. Pass goes back to number 17, Juan Gondeles. Further back to number 18, quick pass across, and it's booted upfield by one of the center backs. Deflected and kept in bounds, and a favorable deflection for Brookline. Good recovery by number 12, Dido Elsagir. Again, if I'm messing up any pronunciations, please let me know in the live chat or an email. It'll be number 32, Max Montgomery, throwing it in for the Warriors. Floats this one up, goes off ahead, booted away by number 8, Nicholas Blaney, and a big almost chance there as he had number 2, Max Kagan, racing up the far side there, but it's kicked away by the Natick defenseman, number 6, Patrick Dinocenzo. Another throw-in for Brookline, finds Augie McGushin out to Kagan. Kagan sends in a crosser, there's nobody there, and that's going to roll out the back line and be a goal kick for the Redhawks. Bit tough for Brookline's number 17, Niall Finnan, as he was trying to come down that right side and had to sort of loop around the official, but I don't think he was going to get to it either way. Marshall taking the goal kick, or no, they're actually going to have one of the backs take the goal kick. This one bounces along, tapped to the outside by Karanjit, and a little too much on it, out of bounds. Number 12, Andrew Lipins, could not chase that one down for Natick. Throw-in goes off ahead, going forward. Corralled by Natick, kicked away by number 15, Chris Schoenig. Now taken, fighting through, I believe, is Kagan. Kagan muscled it through a few defenders, but finally lost control of the ball. It's kicked away by number 20, Caleb Oliveira. Natick in their own end, bringing it up the far side. A kick upfield looking for Karanjit, but racing back and tapping it out of bounds is number 14, Hunter Barden. Far side throw in for Natick coming from Dinocenzo. Tapped along and cleared out there by Barden, but recovered by Natick. Popped into the box. And the goalie grabs it. Didn't hear a name as he throws this one in. Up to Finnan, and Finnan's got a break here. Sending one further forward. I think he's looking for McGushin. Or no, that's not McGushin. That's number 11, but Finnan recovers it anyway after the defensive deflection. And he takes a hard shot there at the end as that ball was deflected out of bounds by the Natick defender and is going to give Brookline their first corner kick. Number 3, Ryan Paolucci, was racing trying to cover Finnan there as after he recovered his own pass that was originally intended for number 11, Mason Ford. Actually, it's not going to be a corner. It's going to be a free kick, so they do call a foul instead of a corner. Finnan will take the free kick. A big opportunity for a cross pass here. Sends this one in, deflects up in the air. Almost a chance for McGushin. Still up in the air, headed away, down by Brookline, and booted away out there by Oliveira. Recovered by Brookline, but stolen away by Karanjit. Taken back by number 13, Jonathan Traub, as the whistle blows. They call another foul on Natick. Traub and Karanjit were getting tangled up on that one. Free kick coming for Brookline. I think this is Blaney lifting this one in. Deflects to the outside, being chased down by Finnan. And Finnan smartly lets it roll over that back line, and now it will be a full corner kick for Brookline, so they can really get set to try and make something happen here. Finnan lifts the kick high. Deflects down. Chance for Blaney. He's blocked. Chance for Ford. What a save by Marshall. A big chance there for Mason Ford on the second chance opportunity there. But Lucas Marshall coming through with a big save to keep us scoreless so far. Defensive stop there from Natick's number 18, Jude Teja. And a whistle there against Brookline. It'll be a free kick for Natick. Line drive kick knocked right back by, I believe, Blaney. Going to be chased down by Natick's number 3, Ryan Paolucci. Sends it back to Marshall. Marshall kick headed back forward by Brookline. Tapped along. Ford tried to move it along. Paolucci there to clean it up. Max Kagan chasing after it and applying pressure. Paolucci boots it out of bounds. And it'll be a Brookline throw-in. Brookline looking for a throw-in coming from Barden into Ford. Ford tries to pass back, deflects off Oliveira. Tapped along, kicked upfield by number 9, Paxton Keith. Karanjit's pass intercepted by Barden. Gets a pass up to, I believe, Theo Hibbard. That one disrupted by Hibbard, and a shot from Ford is blocked by the defender. Finnan tries to recover, but it's another block. Stolen back by Theo Hibbard. Pass back to Blaney. Blaney to the outside to Kagan. Back to Blaney. Blaney dribbling up. Taps it for Kagan. Offsides called. Brookline was starting to run out of space there as Natick was kind of playing off a little bit on that sequence. Kind of forced Brookline to move up and up into a tighter spot without giving them any particularly clean looks. Battle for the ball won by Karanjit, sending it upfield. A big chance here, but the goalie comes out. And it's picked up there by the Brookline netminder. This one punted. That's going to catch the wind and fly way out of bounds. Like I said, big gusts of wind here today. That's definitely going to have an impact on things, as we saw right there. Throw-in coming from Schoenig here. Maybe it's pronounced Schoenig, not sure. Throw-in. Elsegear lets that one roll out of bounds. Brookline ball. Throw-in from Montgomery. Tap down, a battle for the ball. Kicked forward there by Schoenig. Karanjit trying to get all position there. It's deflected away and kicked out of bounds by Montgomery. Big defensive play there from Hunter Barden to get in the way of Arnab Karanjit. Throw in for Natick. Tap to the outside, tap back forward, sent into the box. Easily picked up off one hop as the tap from Paxton Keith didn't have enough on it. And there was no one there crashing in. Goalie punts it. Whoa, bodies go flying, and it's booted straight up in the air by Paolucci. Downed there by Keith. Blaney trying to get it away. Deflects back, taken by Natick's number 17, Juan Gondelez. Gondelez sends it back. Kicked back forward by Elsegear. Recovered there by Teja. Teja out to Schoenig. Schoenig up to number 10, Mena Masood. Pass back, a hard slide tackle, and the foul is going to be called as Teja got leg rather than ball when trying to apply the slide tackle on Mason Ford. Free kick coming up for Brookline from Dido Elsegear. Lifts the kick into the box. Deflects down right to Kagan. Kagan fires, and it's blocked again. Natick with another shot block, but the ball is stolen there by Jonathan Traub. Traub keeping the ball with Brookline as he passes it back. Sent forward to Kagan, and Kagan surrounded by defenders. No chance there, but muscling forward with it is Blaney. Blaney tries a pass. Oh my gosh, almost an own goal for Natick as the pass was blocked, but it turned into a shot. Marshall with the quick hands once again to keep Brookline off the scoreboard as his punt is knocked up in the air by Theo Hibbard. Deflects down. Brief Wi-Fi disconnect there. Folks, let me know if the video gets egregiously choppy or anything like that. I am recording this live stream at the same time. I'm recording this broadcast at the same time that I'm live streaming it, which means that I can upload a fully recorded version with no choppy video later tonight if it's a problem. Teja takes the goal kick, goes off the head of Elsagir, now off the head of Schoenig, booted forward by Hibbard, but curves a bit too much, goes out of bounds. You could hear his frustration the second it left his foot, as that one's going to deflect out of bounds as well. Schoenig throws it in, and that one is going to be a throw-in violation, actually, because the ball never landed in bounds. Or maybe it did. Wasn't a throw-in violation, just simply out of bounds. My mistake. That one's going to be out of bounds as well. And actually, it's going to be off Brookline. Throw in from Schoenig here. Aiming upfield for Gondeles. Gondeles, a crosser, knocked away by Barden. Another big stop from him. Gondeles with the ball near the corner, knocked out of bounds by Montgomery. Schoenig throws it high into the box. Goes off ahead, straight up in the air. Corralled by Hibbard. Hibbard's kick is blocked by Gondeles. Recovered by number 4, Grayson Rivera. Rivera's pass. And a second pass, a little too far, taken by Brookline. Racing up with it, I believe, is actually Barden. Passes forward to Ford. Ford racing against Paolucci. Paolucci cuts him off. Turns to the outside and gets an outlet pass. Tapped over to Gondeles, knocked loose by Hibbard, but recovered by Teja. Teja's pass intercepted by Hibbard. Hibbard passed to the outside to Finnan, stopped by Schoenig. Schoenig bringing it up. His pass knocked away by Elsagir. Brookline trying to get back on the attack. Deflects back to Blaney. Blaney to the outside. Kagan. Kagan picking up speed, and the kick deflected. Who touched it last? Looks like it will be a corner kick. I think it's Blaney setting up to send in this corner. Comes in low, deflects around, and touches a lot of players, but does not go towards the net as Natick clears it out. And Hunter Barden again cutting off an approaching attacker. That was Alon Solomon, who was trying to make things happen there. Now Mason Ford with the ball. Ford gets around a defender, chops it forward. Paolucci going to get there first, and he's going to send it out of bounds. Still no score here in the first half as both teams sending in a ton of substitutions here. Brookline subbing in about half a new rotation of players here. Throw in Tap back to the outside. Hard ricochet around. Emmanuel Riviello recovers the ball. Tries to fit a pass through to Luka Chung. Sends a pass back. Ted Enos with the ball. Passes it further back to Montgomery. Montgomery fires and launches it high. So we already saw a number of the Brookline substitutions on that play. Emmanuel Riviello, number 28. Luka Chung, number 23. We saw number 5, Peter McGrath Sheldrick. And we also saw number 36, Ted Enos. Also among the subs we can see on our screen right now, number 4, Dylan Hibbard has checked into the game. Another goal kick for the Red Hawks. This one catches a headwind, but Luka Chung going to be called for the push as he got his hands on Natick's number 8, Lucas Gonzalez. Bit of a missed opportunity as that was a very short kick thanks to the wind. This kick deflected out by Dylan Hibbard. It'll be number 2, Nathan Griffin, throwing it in. Off the head of Hibbard. Bounces right up to Oliveira. Oliveira tries to pass back, intercepted and cleared out by Brookline there. Knocked upfield by Hibbard, but taken back by Natick. Pass up from number 14, Kaven Reza. Stolen away now by Chung. Gets to McGrath Sheldrick. Across to number 6, Max Yoder. Yoder's pass could not be kept in bounds. And I think number 23 is actually Orson Leong. He's wearing the number 16 pants and the number 23 shirt, but I just heard someone calling him Orson, so my mistake there. Some physical play there as it's knocked out of bounds, Natick ball. So my mistake, number 23 is actually Orson Leong, not Luka Chung. Throw in from Griffin. Gonzalez pass back, booted upfield by Reza. Battling for it is Oliveira. Oliveira kicking it up the middle as Barden boots that one away. Might have been curved a little bit by the wind as Paolucci slices that one straight up in the air, headed down by Riviello over to Enos. Taps it forward. It's a race to the ball. Paolucci is going to kick it out of bounds. He might have been able to let that one roll out the back line and turn into a goal kick, but he wasn't sure how close Riviello was behind him, didn't want to take any chances. Throw in off the foot of Leong, up in the air, off the head of Enos, tapped down by Griffin, and booted away there by Rivera. Chased down by Brookline as a big boot upfield, and I think they called offsides anyway on Enos. Paolucci with the free kick. Deflects off the foot of Dylan Hibbard out of bounds. A lot of the biggest gusts of wind have been blowing towards the near side here, and it's causing some of the longer kicks to curve just a bit. I think Dylan Hibbard was originally planning to, knock that one down with his chest, but then it curved a bit off to the side and ends up going off his knee instead. Leong's pass is blocked, recovered by McGrath Sheldrick. Back to Elsegear. Dito Elsegear sends it upfield, ricocheting around. And it's going to be taken by Enos. A pass back to Hibbard. Dylan Hibbard sends it up for Leong. Leong's dribble is blocked, knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Natick ball. Strong defense there from Kavan Reza. No score here in the first half between Brookline and Natick here in this JV boys soccer game. Throw in from Griffin, deflects right back to him. He kicks it upfield. Elsegear Tries a clear kick, it's blocked, but the second effort gets across midfield, downed by Leong, leaves it for Yoder, who pops it upfield, and Aus giving chase, deflects off his head, no one there to follow it up. They try and clear it, but it's taken back by Dylan Hibbert, touch to the middle to Leong. Leong back to Yoder, outside, not enough on it, as it's intercepted. Harder to make the ball move on grass than on turf. As this battle for the ball is collected by Yoder, pass back to Barden. Barden kicks it upfield, headed back by the Natick defense. Recovered by Traub, kicks it across the field, finds Dylan Hibbard. Hibbard lifts one high into the box. And this one comes in low, and it's just going to bounce out of bounds. Marshall taking the goal kick himself. Might have caught the wind again. Natick trying to avoid the forward pressure from Brookline as they work it up that far side. A pass to Oliveira. Oliveira trying to touch it to the outside, now sending one into the box, and it's going to be blocked there by Elsagir. Elsagir dribbling with it as some big gusts of wind blow through here in Natick. Traub taking it up the far side for the Warriors, breaking through, sending a pass up, blocked by Paolucci, but Leon gets a foot on it to a wide open Dylan Hibbard. Hibbard, shot high! You know, sometimes it does happen. You get a little overexcited on the dribble, and if the dribble rolls just a little bit off course, taking that shot while running, you just get the wrong trajectory completely. Still scoreless here in Natick. Reza to take the goal kick. This one going over some heads, cannot be kept in bounds by Rivera. And it will be Brookline ball. Montgomery pulls the ball out of the woods. Hopefully his hand's not too scratched up after that one. Oy. Wind's almost blowing over my equipment as a throw-in is deflected right at me. And I managed to bat the ball away from my equipment, so the stream continues. I dare any of the goalies today to make a bigger save than that. As this ball's stolen by McGrath, Sheldrick passes up to Riviello. Riviello kicks to the middle, Leong tapping back in traffic. Yoder tripped up, stays with the ball, his shot blocked, recovered by Leong. He sends a shot, and it goes a little wild there. Just making sure everything is still working okay as this pass from the corner kick knocked out of bounds immediately. Yeah, my tripod seems a little looser in terms of its horizontal movement. That might be something I need to look at later. Brookline going to set up for another corner kick. Max Montgomery lining up to send this kick in. Lifts it high, almost headed in by Riviello, and a shot was blocked on the follow-up. And yeah, my tripod is a little shakier. I'm not sure what happened there. That's something I might try and take a look at during halftime or something. But in the meantime, a big flurry of substitutions again for Brookline as well as for Natick. Still no score here in the first half. Throw-in immediately headed down. Sent up in the air by Natick. Deflects around. I can't tell if my camera got a little zoomed out during that crazy play. And a throw-in coming as we've got a Natick mascot out here. You don't see that every JV game. Heck, you just in general don't see that every game. We don't have the biggest mascot game in this area. Should have more. More mascots at Massachusetts high school sports is what I say. Couple of deflections off heads. Chasing it down the far side. Yeah, folks, let me know in the live chat if the view looks any different from before, as I do think it might have gotten altered slightly when that ball came at me. Free kick coming for Natick. They send it into the box. Deflects down. They couldn't hit it the right way. That looks a little better. Throw in coming from Mena Masood for Natick. Ball's deflecting around, and Brookline comes away with it. Yuki Shimane sending it upfield, looking for David Vexler, intercepted there by Reza. Reza's kick blocked by Theo Hibbard. He sends it upfield, deflects down. Vexler corrals it, but it's kicked away there by Griffin. Gondelis with the ball. A pass goes right to Shimane. Shimane, pass up the side, and players go tumbling as Vexler might have gotten a little too physical that time. This kick from Reza. Deflects down, kicked away there by Gonzalez. Up to Karanjit. Karanjit racing down the left side, deflected out of bounds. On defense there was number 22 for Brookline, who's not on the JV roster. All the guys I've added in over the course of the games I've covered, and still unsure about that player, unfortunately. This throw in, couple kicks, and that's going to deflect out the back line. That's going to be a corner kick for Natick. We've been going for about a half hour now, so we're probably close to the end of the half with no score between the Warriors and Redhawks here. This corner kick comes in low and is cleared out by Brookline. Upfield, Vexler had it for a second. Stolen away by Gondelis. Pass back. A swarm of Brookline players coming in, but the pass does get away. Poise under pressure there from Chris Schoenig. Battle for the ball. Kicked upfield by Brookline. Headed away by Reza. Out to Nathan Griffin, who slices that one out of bounds. Throw in for Vexler. Vexler fires a long shot just wide. And some helpful fans here today let me know that the first half goalie for Brookline has been Malcolm Arnold, as that kick goes off the head of Dito Elsagir. Throw in, deflects out of bounds, and that is that was very weird. It was Natick ball, then it was Brookline ball, then it was Natick ball. I have no idea. Play continues as Reza cuts off that one. Knocks it out of bounds. This one will be Brookline ball. Throw in from 22. Battling for the ball. It goes out of bounds. This throw in. Tapped along by Vexler. Tucked away by the defense. And Natick comes out with it. Moving upfield. That pass gets up to Karanjit. Karanjit pass back. And going tumbling was Gonzalez off some physical contact from Hunter Barden. That's going to draw the foul call. Reza setting up to kick this one in. Bouncing along, dangerous chance. Elsagir corrals it. Kick deflects, rolls out of bounds. And it'll be Brookline ball. Throw in goes off a Natick head, going the wrong way. Gonzalez just going to play it safe and tap it out of bounds. Throw in from Traub, headed out of bounds by Schoenig. This throw-in bouncing along inside the box, crowded space, and it's cleared out by Natick again. This time the throw-in goes to Theo Hibbard. Hibbard fires a long shot off the hand of Marshall and over the bar. Lucas Marshall has been making a number of highlight-worthy saves for the Red Hawks here in the first half. This kick will be coming in from the right corner. Sending it in will be Nicholas Blaney. Blaney sends the kick in and curves it wide out of bounds. This goal kick towards midfield, off the head of Hibbard, off another head as bodies go flying. Knocked away, but pushed forward by 22. Off the head of Teja, kicked upfield by Griffin. Elsagir taps it back the other way, and it's going to deflect out of bounds, Brookline ball. Throw in, off ahead, out of bounds. Throw in, deflects off a couple of heads, going back and forth. And, oh, almost a steal from Theo Hibbert. Does get up, and a shot is blocked again. The Natick defenders putting their bodies on the line this half as they've been blocking a number of shots. Pass to the outside to Masood. Masood's kick blocked. Tries a second effort, stolen away by Shimane. Trying to take it back. And it's tapped forward by 22, taken by Griffin, kicked upfield. A race back for the ball. Rolls back into the waiting arms of Malcolm Arnold. Throws this one to Shimane, deflects back, 22, kicks it upfield, off the head, and out of bounds off the header from Teja. And there is the double whistle, and that is halftime. No score at the half between Brookline and Natick, despite a number of highlight-worthy plays. There were a number of highlight-worthy stops defensively. During this halftime break, I'd like to direct your attention to some helpful links in the description section of this video. First off, we have a link to the official Venmo account of the Friends of BHS Soccer Booster Club, which supports all 6 Brookline High soccer teams, boys and girls, varsity, JV, and freshmen. So if you would like to donate money to the soccer program, you can do so there. Also in the description section, you can find some links related to our local charity spotlight for today, Brookline Cares. Brookline Cares is a volunteer organization run by Brookline High School students, which seeks to raise awareness and funds to help people experiencing homelessness. Brookline Cares works closely with an organization called the Empowerment Plan. The Empowerment Plan hires and trains those experiencing homelessness to manufacture their special type of coat, known as the Empower Coat, which can double as a sleeping bag. The coats help to keep those struggling with homelessness warm during the colder months of the year, while the jobs manufacturing those coats can help break the cycle of homelessness through gainful employment. What Brookline Cares does is they purchase those Empower coats from the Empowerment Plan and then distributes them for free to local community organizations and emergency departments that care for the homeless. And you can help them bring more warmth to those in need. Down in the description section of this video, you can find a link on the website classy.org where you can donate money to the Brookline Cares team supporting their efforts to purchase and distribute more Empower coats. Or if you're a student interested in joining Brookline Cares, you can find another link in the description section, this time to the organization's own website on wixsite.com, where you can find more information about the group and how you can contact them. Once again, check out those links in the description section and help spread the warmth with Brookline Cares. No score at half here in this JV boys soccer contest between Brookline and Natick. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I'm going to take a break and mute the mic and run a YouTube ad break, but I'll be back with the second half of this ball game. Stay tuned. Hello again, back on the mic. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from one of the grass fields over by Memorial Field in Natick, Massachusetts. Here to bring you the second half of this high school JV boys soccer contest between the Brookline High Warriors and Natick High Redhawks. No score as we get ready to start the second half. Changes in net for both teams. For Natick, number 1, Harrison Fleischer, now taking the spot between the pipes. For Brookline, it's number 23, Luca Chung. And as you might be able to hear, the wind still gusting out here. So that should bring more fun times in the action here in the second half as we get this one started. Nicholas Blaney boots this one upfield, knocked down by the defense, recovered there by Augie McGushin. McGushin sending a pass through to Mason Ford. Mason Ford, back foot pass, but nobody there, and it'll be picked up by Fleischer. Fleischer punts this one, downed by Jonathan Traub, goes up to Max Kagan. Kagan looking, surrounded by defenders and his own teammate. A bit of confusion there, but now Traub gets a pass up to McGushin. McGushin trying to cut towards the middle, but stopped there by the defense of Juan Gondelis. Recovered there by Nicholas Blaney. Pass back, sent up by Theo Hibbard. Kicked away by the Natick defense, and it's going to be chased down by Dito Elsagir. Sends it back to Chung. Now out to Hunter Barden. Barden kicks it upfield. Kept in bounds by Kagan. Off the head of Traub, back to Blaney. Tapped out of bounds, and it's Brookline ball as it was last touched by Arnab Karanjit. Traub, throw in, gets to Ford. Ford, tap to the middle, deflecting around, and it's taken by Natick, but their clear kick knocked right back by Blaney, up in the air. Goes off the head of Teja, going the wrong way, kicked away by Ryan Paolucci. Brookline controls it again. Max Montgomery trying to fit the ball through. He does. Dribbling up. Long kick. Bounces wide left. It'll be a goal kick for Natick. Both teams still looking for their first score of the day. Paolucci sends a line drive kick to midfield, knocked down by Theo Hibbard. Ball's deflecting around. Natick takes control. A pass up from Schoenig. Deflects to the outside. Masood can't get there. Out of bounds. Brookline ball. Montgomery, the throw-in. Kicked away there by Paolucci. Pushed forward by Natick. Kicked away by Elsagir. Sent further forward and knocked away. This ball flying back and forth. Kicked away that time by Kalebi Oliveira. Chasing after it, Karanjit. Karanjit breaking through, and it's saved by a sliding Luca Chung. Recovered by Natick, but it's going to be chased down by Dylan Hibbard and kicked out of bounds to keep it away from Paxton Keith. First big stop we've seen from a Brookline netminder today. As Luca Chung coming in with a slide to block that one. Oh, we've got an injured player down. I didn't even see, but Kalebi Oliveira did go down kind of hard in the middle of that play around midfield. He's coming off. He's walking off on his own power, which is always a good sign. And we certainly hope that young man is okay. I don't care which team you're rooting for. You never root for an injury. This ball deflecting around. Masood could not keep it in as it rolls out that far sideline. Brookline ball. Montgomery gives it to Elsegear. Elsegear fakes out Karanjit, now sends a pass up the line looking for Dylan Hibbard, taken away by Schoenig. Schoenig trying to send a crosser through. It's blocked by Barden, kicked away by Hibbard, and then further kicked upfield as this one deflects back. Pass gets sent back to DiNocenzo, knocked back the other way by Traub. Now corralled by number 19, Hassan Eldrini. Eldrini trying to fit through a couple of Brookline defenders. That kick is going to go off Eldrini, out of bounds. Brookline ball. Traub throws it back to Barden. Barden's kick is blocked, and it's just going to be kicked out of bounds by Theo Hibbard. So that one did not go well for Brookline, and now a throw-in coming from DiNocenzo, blocked down, kept in bounds by Blaney, and a nice play by Nicholas Blaney to deflect it off Eldrini out of bounds after just barely keeping it in. Traub throws it in to Ford. Ford they managed to get a deflection from Blaney to McGushin, sending it up for a streaking Dylan Hibbard. Hibbard trying to push it through the defense, setting up, looking for a crosser here, sends one in, and it's caught by Fleischer. Fleischer now going to punt this one away. Karanjit racing with Elsegear and runs out of room there as Elsegear just inhibits his progress enough for Chung to scoop that ball up. Punted up in the air. Kagan downs it. Tapped back out to Kagan from Traub. Kagan racing up the near sideline. Knocked out of bounds, last touched by Kagan. DiNocenzo throws it in. Knocked away by Blaney. Recovered by Paolucci. He's sending it back to Fleischer. Fleischer. Pass out. They go out to the far side and up the line. This kick knocked away by Elsegear up in the air. Natick had it for a second, but now taken away by Blaney. Pass back. Barden boots it up high in the air. Off the head of Paolucci. Bounces past McGushin, but it's taken by Blaney. Blaney dribbling. Pass outside to Kagan. Kagan sends one towards the middle, but misses everybody, and it's booted away by Schoenig. Off a couple heads for Brookline, goes to Theo Hibbard. Hibbard lifts one to the outside looking for Kagan, but it's cut off by DiNocenzo. Recovered by Traub. Traub sends it up to Kagan. Kagan dancing around looking for his options, and it's knocked away by the Natick defense. Cleared out by Gondelis, but recovered by Theo Hibbard. Pass up Blaney. Blaney turns around, tries to send in a kick. Not a lot of angle to go, as that clear kick was blocked by Dylan Hibbard, but it's recovered easily by Fleischer. Fleischer punts this one. Deflected down. And it goes over to Blaney. Blaney's pass intercepted by Gondelis, but Blaney pokes it loose, and it knocks to the middle to Ford. Ford lifting it high. He is looking for Dylan Hibbard, but Hibbard was too far to the outside, and that pass too close to the middle, and it's an easy grab for Fleischer. Fleischer punts this one off the head of Elsegear. Recovered there by Keith. Pass to the outside is complete to Massoud. Massoud tries a pass to the middle. It's deflected away by Brookline and rolls all the way back to Chung. Chung punts this one. Deflects. Blaney fighting for it. Blaney's got it. Sends a pass up to Ford. Ford turns around, sends it up for Kagan. Kagan knocked away by DiNocenzo, but that's going to go out the back line. That'll be a corner kick chance for Brookline. Looks like Blaney setting up to send in the corner. Comes in kind of low. Zips past everybody, and it's going to be taken away by Natick. Pass goes up to Karanjit. Karanjit passes it back. Schoenig kicks one upfield. Nobody there. And it'll be an easy pickup for Chung. Chung punts this one, downed, but recovered by Barden. Barden kicks it upfield, headed away by Dino Cenzo, but ripped loose by Barden and Blaney. Blaney sends it up the near side to Kagan. Kagan trying to turn the corner on Dino Cenzo, and Dino Cenzo deflects it off of Kagan for a goal kick. Sun's starting to set out here in Natick as the temperatures start to dip, along with an intense wind chill. No score between Brookline and Natick here in the second half. Goal kick bounces along around midfield off the head of Traub. Need forward by Blaney, stopped by Gundelis. And Blaney trying to take that ball back, but it's recovered by Gundelis. Pass back to Dino Cenzo, up to Eldrini. Eldrini cut off by McGushin. McGushin pass back, El Sagir across to Barden. Barden sending it out to the far side, looking for Dylan Hibbard. He passes it back to Montgomery. Montgomery lifts it up the line. Too far, taken away by Natick. As they work it out to the far side to Masood. Masood trying to fit a pass through, does. Keith sending one forward, offsides called. Andrew Lipins a step ahead of the defender, and unfortunately, that's what's going to happen. You get too open to be true, and a lot of times it ends up being too good to be true and ends up being offsides. Free kick from El Sagir, taken by Blaney. Blaney slices that one out to the far side. Montgomery recovers it. Montgomery lifts a high, long kick, taken off the bounce by Fleischer. Might have caught a bit of a tailwind on that kick, as that one really flew. This one blocked around the middle by Brookline, but it's going to be kicked away by Paolucci out of bounds. As a ton of subs coming in now. Throw in coming from Traub, sends it back to Peter McGrath. Sheldrick goes further back to Barden. Barden lifts it towards the box, knocked away by the Natick defense. Rolls all the way up to Alon Solomon. Solomon finds an open teammate, streaking ahead with it, and a stop there by the Brookline defense. Big stop there, as that was a real open look for Grayson Rivera. Now Gundelis with it, passes it back. And knocked away by Brookline up to Orson Leong. Leong touched the outside, slide tackled away by Gundelis. Natick passes it to the back line, slid across to Paolucci, taps it back for Fleischer, and he manages to boot that one away. Kept in bounds by Natick, tapped forward by McGrath. Sheldrick. Now a pass gets through to Leong. Leong trying to send one to the middle, knocked away by Dino Cenzo. Recovered by Traub. Traub dribbling with it, stolen away, and kicked upfield by Eldrini, but headed back by the Brookline defense. Recovered now by Gundelis. Gundelis sending it up, looking for his target, cut off by Hunter Barden. He was looking for Peter Ventrone on that one. Now this one's stolen by Max Yoder. Pass up to Leong. Leong up to Emmanuel Riviello. Riviello trying to fit one through to Leong. Too tight of a window as Natick takes it away. Pass from Teja. Gets up to Gondelis. Gondelis avoiding pressure. Pass back to Teja. Teja's pass up to Keith. Back to Schoenig and lost out of bounds. Throw in. And it's ultimately taken out of the scrum by McGrath. Sheldrick, pass back to Elsevier, sends it up the middle, no one there. Kicked away by Reza for Natick, and it's going to fly out of bounds, Brookline ball. Throw in from Traub, and that one catches the wind and curves out of bounds. The wind has been a noticeable factor in this game so far. As a scrum for the ball, recovered by Natick. Number 8, Lucas Gonzalez, got the pass away. They move it to the outside, pass up to Keith. His pass goes off the head of his teammate. Looks like it's staying in bounds, now knocked out, Brookline ball. Throw in headed back by Natick, tapped to the outside, knocked back from Rivera to Griffin, and now stolen away by Brookline, but deflects around the scrum, taken by McGrath. Sheldrick down the far side, lifting it forward, headed out of bounds by Kayvan Reza. Throw in coming for the Warriors, deep in Natick territory. Throw in goes to Leong, tapped back to the outside. Gives it back to Leong, back foot pass, finds his man, pass back, intercepted. A big takeaway by Gonzalez there. Working it up the far side, a pass. They keep moving it forward, and finally they ran out of room as Elsevier cuts that one off, sends it back to Chung, who kicks it up to the near side. Riviello taking it, poked loose. And that's going to be out of bounds Brookline ball as it was tapped out by Peter Ventrone. Throw in. Stolen away now by Riviello, and they call a push in the back on Natick, and this could be a big free kick chance for Brookline. They'll have Peter McGrath Sheldrick taking this one. Might potentially go for a shot here with a lefty kick. Might also go for a crosser pass. Goes for the crosser. Bouncing along. Turnaround kick is blocked. Yoder trying to spin around for that one. Sorry about that, folks. My laptop stand was starting to slip and fall over. Free kick coming up for Natick. This one lifted high, taken off the bounce by Luka Chung. Punted, downed there. Taken out of the pile there by McGrath Sheldrick, but his kick blocked back. Now Barden sends it upfield, down by Dino Cenzo. Pass over to Gonzalez, now over to Eldrini. Eldrini's pass knocked away by Traub, taken back by Eldrini. Eldrini lifts one high and towards the box, and it's going to be taken easily by Chung. Chung punts this one. Deflects around. Gonzalez couldn't corral it. Out of bounds, Brookline ball. Traub, throw in. Goes off the head of Leong, out of bounds. This one tapped from Yoder to Riviello. Riviello in a tight space. It's knocked out of bounds by Gonzalez. Traub throws it in again. Now kick towards the middle. And Keith trying to tap it back. Get it back to Reza. Cut off by Sebastian Mukabaya, but they blow the whistle. They're going to say Mukabaya too physical on that one, I think. Or no, did they call? They called that on Natick. Wow. Did not expect that to be a foul on Natick, but Brookline getting a free kick here. This could be a real chance for them to do something. McGrath, Sheldrick to take this kick, and it's walled off by the Natick defense and cleared away. And they try and send that one forward, but it's blocked. Elsagir again on defense. And this ball does sneak through, but McGrath, Sheldrick comes back for it. Pass back to Chung. Chung boots it upfield. Deflects down. And bodies go tumbling on that one. And they're going to call the foul on Brookline.
Go to the ball, Natick. Go to the ball.
Free kick for the Redhawks. Flies into the box. Gets over everybody. Keith gets there and can't keep it in bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Brookline. Barden kicks this one. Downed by Ventrone. Couple passes, gets to Eldrini. Eldrini sends it back to Dino Cenzo. Blocked there by Riviello. Out of bounds, Natick ball. Dino Cenzo throws it to Eldrini. Tight space surrounded by white jerseys, but the ball is recovered there by Ventrone. Knocked away by Yoder. Deflects back to Yoder. Yoder almost lost control of it, but keeps it. Lifts a kick, trying to lead down the far side. It's a race to it. Oh, and just barely covered up by Fleischer. Almost a big chance there for Brookline's Niall Finnan. But Fleischer able to cover it up. This one goes off the head of Barden, off the head of McGrath. Sheldrick a little bit dangerous there as bodies were colliding. This ball stolen away by Eldrini. Eldrini passes it back. Paolucci's pass intercepted by McGrath. Sheldrick sends it to the outside to nobody, and it will be Natick ball. Bunch of subs coming in on both sides now. Throw in. It is collected by Natick as they go up the far side and just, again, run out of space as Elsagir cuts off The advance by Masood. This one kicked out of bounds. Natick a quick throw in towards the middle. Wrenched loose by Theo Hibbard. Kicks it upfield. Taken back by Teja. Pass up, and that second pass misses. Taken away by McGushin. McGushin draws a foul, as that's called against Lucas Gonzalez. Hunter Barden to take this free kick for the Warriors. Flies in towards the box. Deflects towards the outside. Hibbard taps it. Sent towards the middle. Mason Ford trying to get to the ball. Gets his feet tangled up with Nathan Griffin. And the foul is going to be called on Ford. Free kick for Natick. Free kick from Reza. Headed down by Traub, and that's going to roll out of bounds. Natick ball. Schoenig throws it in. Cut off by Blaney. Blaney tapped to the middle to Hibbard. Hibbard sends it forward. Knocked away by Reza. Off ahead. Reza kicks it forward again. And Montgomery is going to let that one roll out of bounds. Brookline ball. Throw in. Fighting for it. And it's wrenched loose by Masood. Masood heading down the left side, cuts back, pass to the middle, and a tap forward and an offsides. My mistake, that was Karanjit, not Masood, as he had a good advance upfield there, but called for the offsides, and Chung sliding in to block it again anyway. Montgomery's kick, bouncing low and goes all the way up towards Ford. Kicked away there by Griffin. Now deflects back. Theo Hibbard kicks it upfield. Ford taps it to his left. Pushed forward by Blaney, I believe. Pass to the outside looking for Kagan, as the deflection's just a little bit short of where Brookline wants him to be. Blaney gets to Kagan, across to Ford. Ford ran out of room, kicked away by the defense, recovered by Montgomery. Montgomery's pass knocked away by the Red Hawks. El Sagir taps it back to Chung, and Chung's kick, that one didn't go right. Brookline still trying to clear it out, as the ball recovered by Theo Hibbard, sends it back to Barden. Barden kicks it upfield. Recovered there by Griffin. His kick knocked down by Montgomery. Montgomery takes control, kicks it, headed by Reza. Big gusts of wind continue to blow as Ford tries to push it forward, kicked away by Griffin. Taken out by Eldrini. Eldrini gets a pass away to Teja. Teja sending it upfield, looking for Lipins. As they run out of room along the back line, that's going to be a goal kick. Barden's kick, downed by Eldrini, taken by Gundelis, pass back to Griffin. Griffin up to Gundelis, back to Griffin again. Griffin kicks it up that far side, stopped by El Sagir, kicked right back. Up to Dylan Hibbard, who gets the deflection off Griffin out of bounds. Quick throw in from Montgomery. Gets to Ford. Ford tries to kick it to the middle. It's blocked there by Taja. Ford recovers, kicks it through, and a slide deflection by Blaney is going to knock that out of bounds. Natick throw-in will be coming from Schoenig. Throw in. Deflects up to Gonzalez. Gonzalez setting it up, looking for Karanjit, but a slide tackle from Dido Elsegear. Kicked away by Theo Hibbard. Downed by Reza. Recovered again by Hibbard. Deflected away from him, but Montgomery recovers it. Kicked away there by Gondelis. Chased down by Hibbard. Sends it up the line. And Finnan couldn't kick it upfield. Now taken by Barden. Sends it up the middle to McGushin. McGushin dribbling up, sending it upfield. Kicked away by Schoenig. Recovered by Traub. Pass across the back line for Brookline. This is Montgomery. Sending it up to Blaney. Blaney, pass to McGushin. McGushin cutting around, chipping one through for Blaney. Just broken up there. Big stop there from Lipins. Taken back by Brookline. Kagan trying to send it forward. Sliced up in the air by Griffin. Lipins recovers, taps back to Schoenig. Kicks it upfield. It's a race to the ball. Karanjit's got a beat on it. Karanjit cutting towards the middle. Taps a pass to the outside to Masood. Masood charging in. Chung comes in and slide tackles it away. Gonzalez still fighting for it, keeping it alive for Natick. Passes back to Griffin. Griffin lifts it into the box. Headed straight up in the air by Barden. Off the head of Lipins. And bodies go tumbling as it goes out of bounds. Brookline ball. Throw in to McGushin. McGushin cutting across midfield. Meets Gondelis. That one deflects back. Pass goes back up to Gondelis. And they're going to call the foul, basically the soccer equivalent of a reach foul against Theo Hibbard there. Free kick coming from Jude Taja. Into the box. Off ahead, up in the air, headed forward, and that's going to be knocked in. Grayson Rivera heads it in. Off an assist from the header of Lucas Gonzalez. And just like that, the scoreless tie has been broken open by the Redhawks. 1-0, the Natick lead here late in the second half. Grayson Rivera off the assist from Lucas Gonzalez and the secondary assist from Jude Taja. Blaney kicks it out to the far side, tapped along to Theo Hibbard. Hibbard's pass blocked and taken away by Natick. Masood leaves it for Gondelis, sending it up off sides. Montgomery launches the free kick. Kicked away there by Rivera. Barden gets it up to Traub. That one deflects out of bounds. Traub's throw-in deflecting around. Blaney trying to fit through a tight space. That one out of bounds. Brookline ball again. Traub, throw in. Deflects out.
Watch the throw, ref. Watch the throw.
Traub, throw in. Deflects off ahead, out of bounds. And the official having a word with the fans in the stands. They're getting a little loud here as it deflects around the box. Brookline trying to make something happen. Blaney's deflection knocked away by the Natick defense. Recovered there by Theo Hibbard. Pass kept in bounds by Finnan. Montgomery touches it out to Finnan. Finnan cuts around one, dribbling up. Pass across to Blaney. Blaney trying to fit a pass through. Too tight of a space. Kicked away by Natick. And a foul called on Blaney there. (1-0) the Natick lead off the goal from Grayson Rivera. Late here in the second half. Battling for the ball. Kicked upfield by Elsegear. Deflects back and forth. And Gonzalez launches that one out of bounds on the far side. Throw in. Almost taken back for a second by Natick, but Brookline takes it. Couple passes. Leong manages to keep control of it, send it back. It's Elsegear. Tap to the outside for Traub. Knocked out of bounds hard by Rivera. Quick throw in from Traub. Brookline trying to battle their way through too tight a space. Theo Hibbard with a chance, and his kick goes wide. Brookline had a lot of great offensive chances in that first half, but Natick's been containing them very well in the second. This one kicked towards midfield off the head of Gundelis, out of bounds. Throw in, deflects back. Karanjit takes it. Lifts it forward. Elsegear, the turnaround kick. Downed by Lipins. Pass back, kicked up. Off a couple of heads back and forth. Elsegear dribbling with it now. Cut off and kicked out of bounds by Karanjit. And that is how the ball game will end. The final score, the Natick High Redhawks 1, the Brookline High Warriors 0. The lone goal scored by Grayson Rivera off assists from Lucas Gonzalez and Jude Teja. Well, that's going to do it for this one. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Just going to wrap this one up quick because I got to head over to the varsity field for the next game. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a good night.